cabin warm for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you want my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating this fuel.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Hurts throwing right away. It's caught. Smith. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. 73. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll try and run here with Swift. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center. The guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
A beautiful fake. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Over the middle here to Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Swift. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith from 19 yards away. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And Mooney going to have a Bears first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They run it on first with Foreman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It's Gervon Dexter who got in to drop him. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back to throw again. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And he's given his guys a shot for late play.
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on a flight, take a trip to Peru. That hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm no money, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon, and we are underway from FedEx Field.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now they go play action with Howell.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It's Howell with another throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Howell. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And Howell will throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now Howell. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 6 yards away. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joey Sly on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
at their 25-yard line. A run by Foreman to start the drive. Good footwork at the 30. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
On first down, Howell. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Back to throw, Howell.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football,
as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try to get to the ball even faster.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing here, Howell. Out left to Dotson.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Here's Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Fields now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Howell down to throw it.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 44-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts,
as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Crowder now to return. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll go play action. Howell.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
19 right. 18 left. 18 left.
Operating from the gun. Howell looking left side and he's got a man. That's Gibson.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Sam Howell,
as the 1st half is winding down.
And the Commanders would extend their lead here just before halftime. Sly on for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Hey, Ken.
A final shot before the break. Fields
being chased out left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Quan Martin.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And yet again, it's McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have opened the lead up to 30. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Tyler Scott now from his end zone.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Inside the 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think it...
Deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they find it out. I be taking straight losses, like know what you crying about. I done put blood, sweat, and tears in, is what I'm dying about. Know it costs to live this life, boy, ain't no signing out. Them boy can't eat on my team, they gotta stay for round. They gon' be talking loud, block out the south. Gotta know who's gon' get it done, whether we home or out of town. In the state gon' run me down.
Yeah, bag my bag again. I started rapping and jump out of oh yeah, my daddy's son. Around that time I was on my grind trying to change where my mama lived. But those for us, this ain't for me. I ain't never had ill intent.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Go.
Now Fields. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Foreman powering ahead. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Moore, the man in motion. Foreman will try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down. But if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground. And that they did that time for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go.
They snap it to Fields. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 47 yards. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 21.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball on both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Tua sets up to pass it.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Touchdown, Dolphins! From 13 yards out.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Moore, the man in motion.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Foreman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone tried to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here we go. 11. Tonight.
On the handoff, here's Foreman.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Easy. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Now it's Fields.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. 2 and now on 1st down.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get...
Well, he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line, and this will remain a one-score game as the lead holds at 7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Here we go.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. And they are going for it. Fields work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
St. Brown motioning left. On 1st down, Fields. That'll be caught by Foreman. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now 2nd and 9. Mooney, the motion man right. Out of the gun, Fields.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go, side.
A final shot before break. Fields. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards.
And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Down the left sideline.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
A shotgun snap. Fields locates Mooney on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
3rd and 2, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
They're going to go. It's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Hand off running left, Foreman.
There he goes left side.
How about this? Racing to the end zone.
Touchdown, Chicago.
D'Onta Foreman.
81 yards.
And the Bears are back within a score.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you,
You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable They had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
Boy, so that likely would have forced a 4th down were it not for the penalty. Instead, a gift of 15 yards.
That's a tough way to get a gift, isn't it? But the yardage, secondary to what you just described. The big result, a free first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Meanwhile, to his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Right.
Fields going to keep it running right.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown Bears. Darnell Mooney, 52 yards. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Santos now to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. Did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Play action. It's Fields.
Out to his left. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Now a give to Foreman.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Extend. 11. Right.
Fields now to throw.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Don't jump,
the 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Let's go Alpha right here. Right.
From the gun, here's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run with Foreman. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go, sir.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Chip slip.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's 2nd down.
Hey, Ken. Go.
They run again with Foreman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, Ken.
Foreman will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take it home. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Now a toss coming right side. Foreman, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3.
After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
All right, fellas, listen up. Hey, let's go.
Now Tua.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final try for Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if they tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? Not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
breakfast eating fufu and a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way, way, way up. Long ways from the days I evade valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks from Mercedes. I Seiji Chukwueze.